All right. Well, hello there.
Hello there, Phoenix. I'm Mosey.
You're Mosey. Okay.
I'm hiking the Appalachian Trail.
Okay.
I'm 3 weeks in.
All right.
And I'm going all the way to Maine.
And what mile are you on right now?
240? 250?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
In the middle of the Smokies, and it snowed last night.
It's freaking cold.
Florida girl. I know.
So what is your motivation for coming out here?
I love to be in the woods.
Yeah.
I love camping in a different spot every night. Waking up in the woods just makes me feel happy.
Yeah.
And normally that's called being homeless. But if you say, I'm hiking the Appalachian Trail, or I'm hiking this or that, people kind of understand what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So it gives me an excuse to be out in the woods every day.
Oh, I love it. All right.
I love to walk. So, yeah.
That's fantastic. And you have with you?
This is my younger brother, Kurt, and he's doing a section with me today. Well, for 4 days. You're doing 40 miles.
Yeah, 4 days, 40 miles, 4 different shelters.
Yeah.
Had my first 2 nights in a shelter. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. He listens to podcasts while he's going to sleep.
About hiking.
So he knows the lingo. And now he's seen a privy.
Oh, yes.
Stayed in a shelter.
Right.
He's had trail magic.
As I told you, I've done lots of day hiking, peak bagging, other adventurous outdoor stuff.
Yeah.
This is my first time backpacking.
Yeah.
So it's been really awesome so far.
And the shelter culture is very different, isn't it? Yeah.
I really liked it. I liked listening to the people have these sidebar conversations about, 2018, I hiked the JMT, dude, and,
I got a bike in Savannah, and I rode it up to Amicalola, and I'm trying to sell it. Really?
Yeah, and because I had listened to these podcasts and been around my sister, I was able to pick up on the lingo well enough to be able to follow along. So that was pretty fun.
Now you're putting a face to the name.
Right.
The shelter, the AT.
Now you're cool.
Probably want my name, but...
Yeah. What's your name?
Kurt Elmhorst, and I'm a certified financial planner at Allen & Company.
Okay.
In Lakeland, Florida.
All right. And what do you do? We haven't had that. What do you do? Yeah.
I'm retired.
Okay.
I retired 2 years ago at age 58. I was 11 years at a warehousing distribution company.
Okay.
And ended as a dispatcher. And then the last 21 years, I was a test administrator at a small college in Lakeland, Florida.
Oh, nice. And
COVID came, and the testing that we did, the testing world changed overnight.
Dramatically.
We went from testing, we did a lot of teacher certification testing for the state of Florida. So we tested our education majors, and we also tested members of the community. So I had people coming in my office all day, every day. SAT and ACT on Saturdays, kids all over the place. That all shut down with COVID.
Yeah.
And everything went remote.
Yes.
And I was told you can only have one person in your, I had a 10 computer lab space in the back of my office where I had people all day, every day. You can have one person at a time.
Oh, brother. Wow.
And it just really changed the whole industry. And remote testing became a thing. Like even the LSAT, who really resisted going computer, all of a sudden, oh yeah, you can take it remotely.
Wow. Yeah.
And so I had a lot of time to think. I was not as busy as I was. And
so what did you think? Like how do you bridge from where you were then to where you are now?
I had always assumed I would retire at age 59 and a half when I could access.
Why 59 and a half? That's such a random number.
Because that's when you can access retirement accounts without paying a 10% penalty.
Okay, so you're following the rules.
I'm following the rules.
Okay.
Putting money aside, paying my house off, playing the rules. And then, actually, this is a funny part of the story. I was dating this guy who was my age and was pretty much semi-retired, and he showed me how he did it. He cut his expenses way, way low. his phone plan was low, his health care was low, and he only worked enough so that he was kind of at the poverty level. But he didn't need money because he had everything taken care of. And that got me thinking, it's not how much money you have, it's how much money you need.
Okay.
And so I thought, how much do I need? So I literally wrote down, these are my expenses every month. And I crossed off the ones that were not a need,
So what are some of the examples of expenses that you don't
Do I need to
need?
get my hair dyed at a salon?
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
Do I need to pay for Netflix? Do I need to pay for internet at my house?
Okay.
I can go without internet. If my kids want it, they can pay for it.
Yeah.
So I just went through the list and got a smaller number
Okay.
and said, if I retire, if I quit now, and then he told me that I could access my funds at 55 if I left my job because of the rule of 55 without that 10% penalty.
Right.
So I'm like, oh, okay, I can do it earlier than 59 and a half. What if I try it at 58? Well, I'm a widow and I can access my husband's Social Security benefits at 60. So I'm like, okay, those 2 years, could I self-finance those 2 years?
Yeah.
Could I draw my retirement money and then live off the Social Security?
Yeah.
And so I did the math, and I'm like, if I work 2 more years, I could have $300 a month extra. I'm like, I don't want the $300. I want the 2 years.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a value proposition. So, do I want to get my hair dyed, or do I want to hike the Florida Trail?
Oh.
Do I want to do this middle class thing that everybody says that I must do, or do I want to trade that for time and freedom? So why not?
And I'm at a place now where my kids are in their 20s. They're all working. Our parents are in their mid-80s, living independently and healthy. I don't have any grandchildren. And I see my friends with grandchildren want to be there for the grandchildren. And I want to be there for my grandchildren. And I see my friends with elderly parents who need a lot of help want to be there. And we want to be there. And we will be there.
Yeah.
Not Becky and Rick because they moved out of town.
Right.
Just kidding.
I tell well-off clients kind of in this early stage of retirement, you're in this moment in the sun. So you're physically healthy, you're mentally healthy,
Right.
you have plenty of money. I actually am encouraging these people to go and do and spend money because you're going to trade that money for the experiences. I also have many clients that have big piles of money and no mobility and no ability to spend it.
Except for the healthcare system.
The healthcare system,
Right.
So there's a trade-off there on the value proposition scale.
Yeah.
Of this work-life balance. COVID, I call the great accelerator.
Yes.
For a lot of things.
Yes.
But it made so many people evaluate because they got a chance to step back and evaluate, what they were doing with their career. It also accelerated a lot of other things. You saw some couples spending too much time together in their house and they realized they hate each other and they were going to get a divorce in 3 years and they just decided to do it right now.
Just do it now. Yeah.
Did you see that a lot?
It pushed people to make decisions everywhere in their life and companies, beyond that.
Yeah.
Bacon and eggs.
Oh.
Yeah,
The
you
logo.
should definitely.
Okay. Okay.
Hey there.
Hey guys.
Hey, how are you guys? Heard
Hey.
you went into Gatlinburg.
Huh?
Heard you went into Gatlinburg.
We tried, but
Oh.
complications arose.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Are you going up to the shelter up here?
We're going to go there, but we don't know if we're going to move on. It depends on how far the next one is.
Okay.
I think it's 5 miles.
Yeah.
I'm going for the second one.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'll
Okay.
catch up with you guys.
Come on.
Happy hiking. So we were talking about, people making a decision for now, the value, the trade-off, and, do you want experience or do you want to follow the rules? Do you want to live somebody else's dream or do you want to live your dream? What advice do you have for those people who are are following those rules and they are feeling a little bit stuck, but they don't know what to do next. What kind of advice do you have for them, for both your experience and maybe your professional point of view?
Go ahead.
I mean, speaking from my experience, I would say, I can only say what I did.
Yeah.
Which was to list what you need. What are your needs?
Yeah.
Is your house paid off, or what are your needs, and then see how you can finance those needs. One of the things about playing by the rules was my husband and I always kept our jobs so that we could have health care.
Right. That's a big one.
And he had a chronic illness. We had to keep health care.
Yeah.
It was the what was that thing called? Pre-existing conditions.
Oof.
You didn't want to change jobs because you couldn't get health care
It's a scare.
to cover your pre-existing condition.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we followed the rules. We followed. You
Mm.
can tell I'm getting emotional right now.
Yeah.
But we followed those rules. And then when they came out with the Affordable Care Act, to me it didn't seem like those people were following the rules, because we kept jobs we didn't necessarily love, although, we did. But we went to work every day so we could have health care
Yeah.
for ourselves and our family.
Yeah.
The American Care Act, whether you love it or hate it, allowed people to have that without going to work every day to a job they didn't necessarily, for decades, just to keep health care. Well, I have the American
ACA.
ACA now,
Yeah.
because it's what it is now.
Yeah.
I quit my job. I'm on the poverty level, which, is enough for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I qualify for all of the supplements, subsidies. So
Yeah.
am I not playing by the rules? It's what the rules are these days. That's the rule.
How about you're defining the rules?
I'm defining the rules.
You're defining your rules.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that. And what advice do you have for those people who are feeling stuck and not sure what to do next?
Well, firstly, when it comes to financially, I'm not that guy that's going to tell you it's okay to do whatever you want and be free. That's not reality.
Yeah.
I mean, if you need to hear that, you need to go talk to somebody else.
Yeah.
Because the reality is in retirement, there's, long-term care expenses. There's dental work. There's this and that. People need a lot of money and pensions and whatever to retire. But I can only tell you what I've done.
Yeah.
And that is for my entire life, try to balance, my health, including my spiritual health, and my ability to have fun while I'm in those years where I'm raising kids and working and whatnot. And,
Yeah.
So I've kind of defined my own rules there. I think.
Okay. And so
I don't
can
know
give
if
me
that answers the question.
sure. Like, can you give me an example of how you still do the right thing financially, but also create that balance for yourself?
Right. People need to make changes with regards to their work to make it flexible enough to be able to do it. And that's what I did. So I just
Yeah.
pulled the plug on some management duties,
Yep.
which made me working just with my high net worth clients.
Yeah.
And then more time to get more sleep.
Oh, novel.
Yeah, right.
I like that idea.
To work out even more than I was, and to do more things with family, and more adventurous vacations and stuff
And
like
you
that.
took a financial hit to do that. You looked at the balance and you said, I don't
Well,
need that
actually, no, but
No?
you could say.
Well, okay, yeah. Sorry.
I just told those managements. Well, let's not record that.
Yeah.
He's still working for his company. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think the theme here is, don't follow the rules just because somebody else defined them. Instead, live your life intentionally, what is worth to you, and you can set up a financial plan, a retirement plan, a project plan
Right.
to make it happen for yourself so that you
Specifically
can,
for you as the individual.
Right.
And we talked about this the other day, is not looking at, oh, the government did this, or, oh, the middle class can't do this. Look at your own situation.
Yeah.
What does it mean to you? What are your expenses? How are you spending your time?
yeah, yeah.
You know, take responsibility for your own your own fun and your own finances.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for taking the time out of
All
your
right, you're
hike
welcome.
today. How much longer do you have in your hike?
We have
You've
a
got
mile and a half, 2 miles to go. We're almost there.
cookies in your belly.
Cookies, yeah. Thank you for talking to us.
All
I was
right.
excited to meet you.
Oh,
When
that's
you
so
said
cool.
Phoenix. I'm
Yeah.
like, yay.
All right. Nice to
All right, thank you.
nice to meet you. Thank you.